How's it going, Top Forest TV? My name is Jack, and welcome to my preview for Nottingham Forest versus Crystal Palace, taking place today at Selhurst Park. So yeah, I mean, I was going to say big game, but every single game between now and the end of the season is a big game for us. They're all must-win fixtures. They're all games that we have to be getting maximum points out of if we want to try and get that place back in the top four or top five come the end of the season. Yesterday, results didn't particularly go in our favour, with Chelsea beating Liverpool 3-1. Fair enough, Liverpool have already won the league, so they rotated their lineup a little bit and made a couple of changes, but unfortunately, it wasn't something that we were able to, that was able to help us. And then Brighton almost beat Newcastle, but Newcastle got a last-minute penalty, which Alexander Isak converted, so yeah. Look, as it stands, we're currently 6th place. A win, I think, would take us joint on points with Chelsea, who are in 5th. So, yeah, that loss against Brentford was really damaging, really damaging in terms of our points tally, and the fact that it was in our hands. It was in our hands. As Don Robbie said, it was all in our hands. But no, it was. And then that loss against Brentford has taken it out of our hands now. We're now relying on other teams to do us a favour. We do have Chelsea on the final day, so if we're able to keep, winning over the last 4 or 5 games, and I think it's 4 games left, and the next 3, and we really give ourselves a chance, we could sneak in on the final day, or maybe not sneak in isn't the right word, but we could get back into that top 4, top 5 position on the final day, maybe. But all we can do is focus on ourselves and what we're able to do, and that is win our next remaining games and give ourselves the maximum points tally that we can get, and just hope that something goes in our favour elsewhere in the league table. Crystal Palace then, mid-table, comfortable mid-table for them. They always end up finding themselves in a mid-table position. They could be in a relegation scrap, and they always pull themselves away, get themselves into a nice mid-table position, and then they're comfortable for the next season. Obviously, they are in the Emirates FA Cup final. We could have potentially have joined them. As you know, we lost against Manchester City. So yeah, an opportunity, for them to maybe rest a couple. Maybe their eyes are on the cup final. Maybe they're not too fussed on what happens in this game. Who knows? I'd probably expect them to obviously be professional, and they would go out there and try their best. Of course, they will. They want to try and get as maximum points as they can, and they want good form going into the cup final, confidence being high, and all that stuff for them going against Manchester City. But hopefully, they have an eye on the cup final, and we're able to sweep in and get 3 points. We really need to. We really need to. I didn't quite realise the run of form we're on. I think we've won 1 in our last 5, I think, something like that, which is really not good enough for what we're looking to do this season. So we really need to get back on track, and we really need to make sure that we can get all 3 points tonight. And I think it's imperative. I think it's absolutely imperative that we do that, because if we don't, then we could be looking at letting that real chance of UCL football slip out of our grasp, which would be, look, it would be disappointing. Of course it would be, and it would be a hard one to take. However, looking at the season that we've had, you'd never expected us to be anywhere near this. If you'd offered us 6th place come the start of the season, we would have snapped your hands off for it. Obviously, the way that it's come is going to be a little bit disappointing. I think being 3rd and in the top 4 for so long, it's going to be a difficult one to take if we end up not finishing in the top 4. But look, I think at the end of the day, any place in Europe is amazing. I really want top 4, and I feel like it would be a bit of a disappointment if we don't get top 4. But I have had the thought that maybe the Europa League might be a bit easier for us. We might have a bit more joy in there. But look, I want to get top 4. I want to focus, or top 5 is now. I want to focus on UCL football, and let's hope today is a win to put us in the right direction in terms of obtaining that position. So yeah, in terms of the starting 11, then I think we should probably go as full strength as we can. Okay, yeah, we tried to go full strength as we can. I think we played probably our best 11 against Brentford, and it just did not work at all. Well, I say it didn't work. It just didn't. We weren't very good. We weren't great. We weren't great at all. I watched back the goals because I was busy doing some sort of something for my work. I was, doing something. We had local elections. I was doing something for that, and I couldn't really pay full attention to the game. So I rewatched the goals and on match today the other night, and they were stinking. They were honking defending, and that's something that we've not had to think about this season. Our defence has been so solid, but I think go with the same goalkeeper and same defence. I think you've got to do that. You've got to show faith in them and trust in them. Midfield, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter wanting Ibrahim Sangare to start. Yeah, I mean, why? Yeah, why not? Let's give him a go. We could put him alongside Anderson. Give him a try. Why not? On the wings, I think Alanga has to play. Lightning play on the wing for us, and then Gibbs White in behind. On the left wing, I believe that Hudson-Odoi's got an injury now, so be interesting to see what happens there. Maybe Jota Silva might come in there over on the left-hand side, or Souza, something like that. And then up front, obviously, the main man, Chris Wood. I don't think it's, in terms of the start 11, I don't think we need to change it drastically. I've seen people going for 5 at the backs and that sort of thing, trying to switch up stuff. But I think for us, we've got to really stick with what we've been doing and show faith in them and back them. And really just say, look, I'm going to put trust in you, give you another game and see how that happens. I was thinking about this last night. If we do lose this game, I think that's goodbye to UCL football. But if we win, then it's absolutely massive. Look, we'll see. We'll see what goes on between now and the end of the season in terms of that. I'm nervous. I've been nervous for the past couple of weeks now. I was getting stressed with the goals coming last night and yesterday. But yeah, we need to do what we need to do, and that's win games of football. If we can win games of football, then we put ourselves in the best position that we can from what we can do now. Given everything that's happened so far, we can put ourselves in the best position possible if we win games of football. And we just got to hope that those teams around us drop points. I think Newcastle are playing Chelsea next weekend, so that's an opportunity for a side to lose, to drop points. We probably want Newcastle to win that one and Chelsea to lose, so that we can look to try and leapfrog them when we play next weekend. So yeah, look, we've got opportunities. We have opportunities. We need to take them. We need to make sure that we play the best that we can. And actually, to be fair, we don't really need to play the best we can. As long as we win games of football, that's all that matters. But we have to take maximum points from the next games that we play. We need to be on 72 points come the end of the season to give ourselves the best chance of getting in the top 4. If we don't, then look, we've had an amazing season and we can't be too disappointed. But a win tonight would help us. It'll put things a little bit more in our hands, a tiny bit. In terms of, we can look and go, right, beat Chelsea and we're okay, sort of thing, as long as we do what we do with the other games too. But yeah, look, I'm excited for this game. I'm nervous for this game. We need to get back to winning ways. Thursday night was not good enough. It was not acceptable. So we need to really change something. And I hope Nuno, he said he was concerned, upset, and he wasn't happy at all. So hopefully he's drilled that into the lads and let them know that it was unacceptable, and that we can really just go out there and really get the win that we really, really need. If I have to go over the scoreline, I'm going to go with Forest 1, Crystal Palace 0. They are one of the sides that we have never lost to in the Premier League, so that means we're going to lose. No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. But yeah, come on, you Reds. Please, 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 please get all the 3 points and help me to feel a little bit more confident about this European race. So yeah, if you did enjoy the video, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new around here and you haven't already. Let us know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on the game, all that good stuff. And please, 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 come on, you Reds.